I am live. Hello, humans. Dr. Saara here with Dr. Saara Happening with Performances Happening and MoveOutWorkChallenge.com. And today, happy Wellness Wednesday. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that winter weight gain. I was having a conversation with one of my good friends yesterday. And we both kind of felt that we didn't have the summer body that we went into summer with. What happens during summer? Summer is my absolute very favorite season. So I allow myself to not be as strict. And this is totally okay because life has seasons, right? And naturally human beings eat with the seasons. We eat traditionally in the past with what is available in the garden. That tends to change now, right? Because we have access to grocery stores, but our diet changes throughout the season, our eating habits, our movement habits, all those things change, and that's totally fine and totally normal. But we're both reflecting that we don't quite have the body that we want at this time of year, because during the summer, you do happy hour, you're out on patios. What happened is I gave up gluten and cheese for a long time, and I allowed myself to have cheese, and then I allowed myself to have more cheese, and my skin is now thanking me for that. But here's a big message I want you to hear. What you do to your body today is not going to affect your body today. Besides, so let's reframe that. What you eat today is not necessarily going to affect your body today. Okay? So you can gain a pound in a day or 2 pounds in a day, but that's not fat. Okay? That's actually like putting a pound of food into your body. And then when you have a bowel movement, that's releasing a pound of weight in your body, but you're not going to gain a pound of fat, let's say, even if you eat crappy all day long. Okay? What you do to your body today affects your body down the line. Okay? So the cheese, if I were eating the cheese today, my zits come like a week later. So we're making decisions today, whether that's food or fitness, for our future self. Okay? So you can't eat a meal that will make you feel bad. So your mood and your energy will be affected that same day with food and exercise. But what it actually does to your body, that's your future self that's going to have to worry about that. And it depends what it is. If it's a skin condition like me, it might be in a week. If it's a gluten thing, then I might have the reaction the next day. Kind of feels like a hangover when I eat gluten because my body doesn't process those enzymes anymore. But I want you to take this message home. What you're doing today is for your future self. So going back to not having the body that we want at the end of the summer, being in maintenance phase is way easier than reaching your goals, right? So I do 2 live workouts a week, and I kind of was lazy with the rest of my workouts. And that happened throughout the summer, and I'm feeling that now, right? So I can't all of a sudden start like working out every day or 5 times a week like I'm used to doing and feel those effects right away. It's like you can't do one workout and get skinny. You can't do one bicep curl and be ripped. Like it's bicep curling over and over and over again. And what you do consistently now will affect your future self. Capiche? Okay, so what can you expect when you start moving your body and eating healthy? The first thing I will say, if you are concerned about weight, 80% of your body change, your body composition is going to be done with what you put in your mouth. Okay? Easiest way is to reduce processed foods and sugars. Okay? I like to tell my humans there are 2 main ways to eat. Excuse me. Green face diet. So if it's green or if it ever had a face, it's good to go. Or if it grows, it goes. Those are just really easy kind of sayings you can say to yourself. So you want it to be a plant, not made in a plant. So that means things that we all love, like crackers, cookies, chips. If you want to lose, oh, Sven, thanks for saying that. If you want to lose weight, real foods, so lots of vegetables, meats are great. Try to do organic or grass-fed if you're going to do beef, but stick to those real foods. Okay, once you start a food and an exercise plan, within 2 weeks, so the same day, you'll get a better mood, you'll get more energy. Okay, within a 2-week period of being consistent with your goals, eating well, moving your body, you will start to see the scale move. Okay, you're going to start to be able to incorporate more of those habits that were challenging when you first started. Okay, those are within the 2 weeks. Within 4 weeks, you're going to start to feel like a different human being-ish. Okay, if your goal is weight loss, more of that might be happening, but you're going to feel like you're starting to build more strength. You're starting to feel like your body composition is changing. You're going to start to see differences in your own body. Okay, at 6 weeks, that's when the people close to you are going to start seeing your body change, maybe your mood change. You're going to start to see a lot more strength gains. The people close to you will start seeing results. And 8 to 12 weeks after you start, after being consistent, your friends, strangers are going to start asking you what you're doing. But it literally takes 8 to 12 weeks of being consistent with your nutrition and your movement for the rest of the world to start seeing a change. That's why I like to say what you do today affects your future self. A little bit affects your today self too. But that's why we have to keep making decisions for our future self. That's why I teach humans how to change the way that you think, because what you're doing right now for diet and exercise, if it isn't working, there's a reason, right? Like there's free videos on YouTube for absolutely everything. You can get meal plans, you can get workouts, right? And if you're not doing that by yourself, you have to change the way that you think. Okay. We like to self-sabotage ourselves if things are challenging. So my biggest advice is, what is the next 2-minute step you can take towards your health and fitness goals? It might be scheduling things in your calendar. Okay. Make that meeting important. Make it like it's a meeting with yourself, but I want you to make it as if it's a meeting with your boss. Okay. That can be a 2-minute action. The next 2-minute action that would be really easy would be decide maybe to try a new vegetable. Okay. Also, when you're trying new foods, know that it takes about 13 different times to taste that food, to kind of get used to it, to get our taste buds used to it. So if you don't like something, keep trying and trying and trying and trying. Tell yourself, this is a healthy food. I am nourishing my body. My husband is often surprised of the green drinks I drink or the food that I can put in my body just because it's good for me. Sorry if you can hear Xander barking. I have changed my mindset about food. So I will eat a lot of things that people think is gross. I have a lot of dietary restrictions, but I also eat to nourish my body. I also eat things that, like, once in a blue moon, I'll have foods that people are super surprised that I would eat as like a fitness person. But here's the thing, YOLO, right? 80-20 rule is what I like to stick to. I don't ever want to be able to tell myself I'm never going to be able to have like a cookie or something or whatever that one thing is, or even cheese, when I know that it affects myself and my skin and my belly and my gut, my digestion. But the second, also, this is another mindset shift. You tell yourself you can't have something, all you're going to want is that thing. Our brain does not process that can't, don't, those little words, those little negative words. It's like, don't think of a blue elephant. What are you thinking about? I used to train a professional golfer we were working on some sports psychology stuff. He's like, Saara, it always goes in the sand. It always goes in the sand. I was like, what are you telling yourself before you hit the ball? Don't hit it in the sand. I was like, no, your brain is hearing, hit it into the sand. I was like, you have to tell yourself, hit in the green. Where do you want to hit it? And he's like, just that little mindset shift helped him so much because our brain doesn't work like that. It doesn't process the don't think of a blue elephant. So as soon as you tell yourself, I can't have a cookie, I can't have cheese, I can't have, like, that's all that we're going to want. So we have to tell ourselves, we're the kind of people who nourish our body and sometimes have cheese or take enzymes or whatever your situation is. You can change the way that you think about it so that it's easier. Yes? Okay. So what's the takeaway? I'm on a rocking chair right now. The decisions you make today are for your future self. So I know my Canadians just had their Thanksgiving. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Americans, we have it in about slightly over a month. Prior to that, we have Halloween. That is when eating season starts. So I'd love for you to go into eating season with a different mindset and know that all those things count. I always like to say you have two jars, and the decisions you make every day either go into the good jar or the bad jar. And at the end of the day, you want more happy things in the good jar. Okay? November 7th, I'm going to be doing a 5-day Get Your Energy Back challenge. There's going to be 5 specific things that you can do to get your energy back, but perhaps more importantly, during those 5 days at noon Mountain Standard Time, there's going to be a 20-minute training every day from the 7th through the 11th of November on mindset training. So how we change the way we think to change our lives, because our thoughts create our actions, right? And we have so many limiting beliefs and we think a certain way. Basically, it's ingrained in us before the age of 7. So you have all these behaviors and thoughts and tendencies that are kind of pre-installed. And I'm going to teach you how to uninstall them or flip them to think a different way, because our thoughts create our actions, create our results, and you can literally change your life by change your thinking. I would love to have you be part of that challenge. If you're interested, leave me a muscle bicep emoji below, and I'll send you information to sign up as soon as that registration page is up and running. But that's going to go down the 7th through the 11th, absolutely free. I forgot to say that, and I'd love to have you. We're going to do mindset every single day, brain training, and then there's going to be 5 actionable steps that you can take every day to get your energy back and to live your happiest, healthiest life. Okay, happy Wellness Wednesday. I'm glad you joined me. The take home is, I'll say it one more time just so it sticks in the brain, what you do today affects your future self. So we have to make a bunch of smart decisions consistently for our future self to have the best life. Okay, you're amazing. I hope to see you here again soon. Great job. End broadcast. End.